late video. I usually try to post around 2 videos a week, but this week I had around 3 or 4 days with no internet because our service provider was being kind of messed up, and so we ended up switching over to a new provider, and this is the first day on the new provider. And this morning I was also spending most of my time applying for school because I applied to UFT, one of their piano performance courses. So this one's going to be like a 3-year program. I'm just trying to make sure I have all the prerequisites because I believe that they just want my audition stuff. I ended up applying anyways, and like I emailed them, and I didn't get the impression that it would be a problem. So I'll look into it more. Now I just need to like focus on getting the audition ready and like getting more of the theory knowledge because they have like a exam that I'm supposed to take. But anyways, I want to get on to my recent trip, and this trip happened on my birthday actually, and my birthday was September 23rd, so I just had like a celebratory DMT trip. Unfortunately, my scale ended up breaking on me, like my Joule scale, so I didn't know exactly what dose I took. I'm guessing it was anywhere from like 40 to 50 milligrams, and when I smoked it in the bong, something different happened that hasn't happened in a long time, and this is more typical with oral experiences like shrooms. I used to get this when I had like level 5 experiences and DMT, like oral DMT, but when I smoked it, I immediately felt like I couldn't breathe anymore. I stopped breathing, and this is usually what triggers like an ego death experience for me. And I have so much experience with the not being able to breathe part, so I was able to just remain calm through it. And what I don't like about situations like that is that when they cause me to have a bit of reserving my health, or like making me worried about, you know, to make sure that I'm still alive or whatever, like it takes away from me being able to focus a lot on the imagery. So I think that when that stuff happens, it's harder for me to really remember what I'm seeing. But I do remember that what I was looking at was it was darker than usual. I think it was like it felt dimmer, but like the trip felt very intense because I felt like I couldn't breathe, and I just felt like all the patterning and stuff was going pretty crazy. So it was a powerful experience. It's just sometimes there's different layers of trip visuals, and sometimes it's dimmer and sometimes it's brighter. But anytime that it's dimmer, I always get sort of paranoid that I've just imagined that the DMT experience is beautiful and complex and like inspired all this art and stuff, and I feel all of a sudden that like I've just, you know, it's just been imagined and it's not actually real, and like it's not as beautiful as I thought it was. And then for some reason it makes me forget all the times that I've seen like incredible things, like anytime that I get that OCD thought and like it tries to ruin my time, I always just think of like all the experiences that I've had and like all the specific things that I saw that said like that basically made me like, you know, in awe of how like complex and how amazing it was, and just made me feel like I wanted to just take the object or whatever I'm seeing, the geometry, and just try to bring it back into this world. Like I always all of a sudden forget all of that stuff when I have these fears that all the beauty and radiance is gone. So I think that once I make more artwork that I'm proud of, I think that I will have a different reaction to when I see different things, because it's kind of like Grabado. Like there's limitless, you know, geometry that you can morph into something, but that doesn't mean that it's always going to be amazingly aesthetic all the time. Like it's a sea of infinite possibility, and sometimes things are going to be more aesthetic than the other. You can't really compare these things at that point. You just have to let it be, and that's what I think I'm trying to do. But my OCD gets in the way, and I'm always trying to worry about what I can get out of the experience instead of just letting it happen.